You guys are really gonna have to excuse the hair situation today. I'm gonna get a haircut soon, don't worry. Welcome back to Twins Reviews, guys. My name is ZMax, and in this video, I am going to be going over the new self-pass that came with Season 3 Neo Retro. Let's go. Firstly, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Hope that 2023 is going to be a great year for each and every one of you. And of course, hopefully 2023 is great for Roller Champions as well. Now, Season 3 dropped a few weeks ago, and there were a few mechanical changes that happened, which brought together a new kind of self-pass. Now, the regular self-pass would usually include either bowling the ball up the wall or tossing it up. There were a few bounces that you could do to self-pass, but with the new changes, and I'm going to explain which changes in particular, are allowing for a really good self-pass that I'm going to teach you guys in this video. Now, the two things that change that enable this self-pass is the way that the roundhouse kick interacts with the wall and the ground. It's much more smoother now, so it's very useful, and also the time it takes to pick up the ball. All right, so let's learn it right now. But first, I want to say that I'm no mechanical beast at this stuff. This is honestly, if I can do it, then you can do it too. There are people that are way crazier at these self passes, like you got Supra, Inspect, Paul, Josu, and I'm sure a lot of other people. Mostly on Twitter, you guys can see what they post there, but there is some crazy stuff. So if I can do this self-pass, then anyone watching can do this self-pass. All right, so what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna get just a little bit of speed. Now, what's so good about this is you don't have to have a ton of speed. All you really need is like around one pump down the wall. And now at about the mid lane, I'm gonna freeze frame where you're gonna wanna toss the ball at the wall. Right here, you're gonna wanna toss the ball, and the placement of your toss should be right above the 3 lines is where I kind of found it to be the most consistent. But the most important is you have to throw it kind of up. You can't really throw it at your own eye level. You have to throw the ball a little higher. Now, don't charge the shot or anything like that. You can just tap your shoot button, and that is what's going to get a nice toss. Now, right after you toss the ball, you're going to want to jump and then a roundhouse kick. Now, the roundhouse kick will just trigger with your tackle button. Since you would have jumped, you'll just need to tackle and you'll roundhouse. With the roundhouse, you're gonna grab the ball onto the wall, and right after that, you're gonna wanna uppercut. And since there's a little delay, you can uppercut with the ball there. So let me go really quickly through it. You're gonna wanna go down the wall, you're gonna wanna toss the ball at the middle of the lane, right above the little 3 lines is a good indicator. You're gonna wanna jump, you're gonna wanna roundhouse tackle, and uppercut right after that. Now, there's 2 ways you can treat the uppercut. You can either uppercut up the same wall, which will give you the boost up the wall that you just caught the ball on, or you can also uppercut to the other side of the wall, and it'll be a self-pass transfer. Both are equally easy. Easy is the word I'm using here because honestly this isn't that hard, so you can try both and see what you like best. Once you've gotten good at this kind of direct pass, you can start implementing this at an angle so you can kind of progress forward or go backwards and gain some speed to go forward or backwards. So you can do it at an angle, which is great, but to practice, I would honestly just recommend doing it kind of head on to the wall, and you'll just pass, skate down, pass, skate down. I'm sure in the clips that I'm showing, I've messed up multiple times. I'm not super consistent at it just yet, but with practice, it does get a lot easier. Now, what I've found is that in the bowl, this pass is really, really good. Now, especially on the very edges of the bowl, as you can see on your screen right now, this pass works pretty dang good, and I think even more consistent than doing it on the lanes. So you could also try implementing it at the bowl. One thing I've kind of been trying, I mean, like I said, I'm no like mechanical expert here, but I've been trying this self-pass on the bowl, but then transferring with the uppercut to the other side where I came from as a little fake shot to think that I'm going for another lap, but I'm actually going back and scoring it. It's been a little cool shot I've been working on. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure other people are gonna roast me for doing that, but it's good for me, okay? Now, if you aim your shot or your throw a little higher, you can actually do this kind of transfer shot, if you will. So you would miss the ball on the first uppercut and then catch the ball on the second uppercut. So that's if you aim the ball higher than the 3 lines, maybe even a little higher than that. So you can just play around with where you want to toss the ball, and it'll give you kind of different results. So if you throw it higher, then you can actually uppercut to the other side of the wall and then uppercut again to catch the ball mid-air and then release a shot, for example. So that's some of those little crazy things that you can do. Now, I want to say that you've probably come across like one of Inspect's montages or something like that. He has a lot of them, and in the most recent videos he's been pulling off some insane stuff, so I do recommend you guys go check out some of his new montages. They're crazy and they do implement this pass a lot. There's also Supra, who pulled off this amazing, he called it the supremacy shot. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. I'll also leave a link to that Twitter post in the description, but this one's not really involving that self pass in particular, but it's using the mechanic of picking up the ball and roundhouse kicking with these new changes. So there's also people like Josu, Paul Angs, other people that have been posting clips on Twitter. If you go follow them, you'll be able to see a lot of the crazy trick shots that they've been doing. Definitely out of my skill range for now, but some cool stuff nonetheless. And that's pretty much it. Most mechanical players or more advanced players will definitely have been familiar with this technique probably the day that Season 3 came out, but hopefully this video helped the people that didn't know about the self-pass and maybe are more new to the game and are trying to improve their mechanical gameplay, if you will. It is one of the more simpler mechanics out there for sure, but just honestly, just give it a few runs in custom match by yourself. Do some self-passing and it's pretty good. Like in game, it's definitely very usable. It's not one of those things that's, oh, you're gonna use it once in like 100 games. Now, with that being said, hopefully this was a informative video. Hopefully you learned something, and maybe let me know down in the comments if you did learn, or if you have some more crazy ideas that you've been doing, or I don't know, just leave your feedback down in the comments. Once again, hopefully 2023 is a great year for you, is a great year for Roller Champions, is a great year for everyone. Before I end the video, I actually made a little join button on my channel. It's like a $3 subscription or something, so it's like slightly cheaper than like a Twitch subscription, and it gives you like emotes and stuff, and I sometimes post like my thumbnails before I release the video on the little membership tab. It's nothing too crazy. If you're interested in having a Chungus Among Us next to your name, then maybe it's worth it. To me, I would consider it, but you know, that's just because I like Among Us. Anyway, with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video for the second time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.